Welcome to the Friday Five. I am joined by Riley Hughes, CEO of Trinsic. Riley, thank you so much for joining me.
Glad to be here.
All right, let's get into it. What problem does your company exist to make less painful, and for whom?
Adding digital IDs to identity verification workflows.
What assumption about your market turned out to be wrong, and what forced you to confront it?
We've been at this for 7, almost 8 years. And for the vast majority of that, we were expecting the world to align on a common standard for digital IDs. And while some standards have emerged, the world remains far, far more fragmented than we originally thought, which, when we leaned into that and built the product to account for that fragmentation, as opposed to sort of waiting for the standards to catch up, things started to go a lot better.
What trade-off do buyers in your category still underestimate?
It's related to the last question. Buyers still underestimate the complexity of integrating digital IDs. Even for something like integrating Apple Wallet and mobile driver's licenses from Apple Wallet into your verification workflows, if you're making a request from an iOS app, there's a different integration than if you're making the request from a web browser, right? And an approval process is from Apple, and you have to sort of apply in 2 different portals. And that's just one wallet. And there are 18 mobile driver's license wallets in just the United States. So that's one type of digital ID in one country. And there's a lot of countries. And there's a lot of digital IDs. The fragmentation and complexity is really kind of extreme, way more than what I originally thought coming into this. Most people certainly underestimate it still.
What will matter more in your market over the next 12 to 18 months than most people are preparing for today?
People generally overestimate things in the short run, underestimate things in the long run. And the growth rate of, when most people look at mobile driver's licenses in the US, for example, the first question is always adoption. How many people have this, right? And we're still in single-digit percentages of people. So except for certain states where there's concentration, by and large, it's still relatively low adoption. But when you look at the growth rate, right, the growth rate is very high. And it's growing pretty quickly. It's like doubling every 9 months or so. And so I think in 18 months, there will be a lot more adoption of MDLs than most people think. And I think most people underestimate kind of how quickly the market will get to a point where adoption is relatively high.
What's a small hill you're willing to die on that most people would think is trivial?
Mushroom-based coffee substitute is the best morning drink. I think it should be offered at every coffee shop and every, whatever. I think they would all make a lot of money. If I was ever in that town, I would spend a lot of money there.
Is it caffeinated or no?
It depends on the mushroom coffee. Some of them are caffeinated. Some of them have coffee in it. Some of them are whatever, but yeah, I like the slightly caffeinated, much less caffeinated than coffee, but just a little bit of caffeine, and you get the adaptogens, which I like to say because it makes me sound fancy, makes me feel fancy drinking it. But yeah, nice hot drink in the morning. It's great.
Awesome. Riley, thank you so much for joining me today.